Chat. I know it's 2 a.m., but I need, hold on. Alright. Sorry, it was a delay. Chat, I know it's 2 a.m., but I don't even know if anybody's going to join this, but last time I was on stream, I was talking about, my life changes and all that. About having a new girlfriend, and tonight I found out that she was cheating on me. Yeah. And dude, I treated her so good. I treated her so good. And this is a lesson learned, but I did the best I could. I gave her a place to live. I fed her. I made sure that I was her peace when she came home, and I probably did it the wrong way, but I didn't do anything wrong. And it's New Year's, dude. This is the way I start off my New Year's, and it's been a minute since I've been on here, but I can't keep bothering people calling them at 2 a.m. So I think it was best just to come on here and talk to you guys. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't hurt, dude. Like it does. And I blocked her on everything. I kept her number because we have to work out haircutting and stuff out of the apartment and all that. But dude, it hurts. I ain't gonna lie to you. It really hurts. It really hurts because I don't know how long she hid it from me, and I don't know like how deep it goes. I don't really want to know for my own peace. I really just want to get it over with and move on. But I can't help but feel taken advantage of, dude. Like I was so kind, and I was there for her. I was a damn good man to her, bro. I was a damn good man, bro. And I know everybody's got problems, and I'm really just part of that deep iceberg, but I don't really know. I mean, I wanted to come here so that I had something. I wasn't just talking to myself. There's probably nobody in here, and that's okay, but I'm getting it out there. No, I'm not playing Battlefield 6, but it hurts, bro. It hurts because I love her. I do. But you got to cut the cancer out of your life, bro. You have to. And I wish I would have known sooner. I do, because we broke up, and then she spilled her heart out, dude. She cried in front of me and told me that she feels like she's been so bad to me, and all this, and she's been pushing me away, and she still wants me, and it was just lies to make me feel better. And I'm holding my head high knowing that I did a good job, and there's really nothing I can do about it now except for keep everything peaceful, and I'm going to do that. I lost my cool tonight, and I'm bigger than that, but at the same time, which is continuous lie, 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 lie. You get tired of it, dude. And you gotta, you gotta do something about it for your own peace, I'm not gonna come on here and be like, oh, nice guys finish last and all that, but, like you really had a good man. You really did. and I'm just hurt. And yeah, I probably could have handled it a little more gracefully, but when I asked about it, you should have just been honest with me and told me the truth. Still wouldn't have changed the outcome, but things could have been done a little more peacefully. So, and that's how I know it was a lie, is because when I asked about it, it was, I don't have to show you. I don't have to tell you anything. No, you don't, but you know, it helps. So yeah, I'm just trying to. This is fresh, dude. This literally happened a few hours ago. I blocked her on everything. So, not for the fact of because I hate her, because I don't. You know, I find it in my heart to forgive her, but it's not the same girl I met 6 months ago, dude. And I really did want to give her the world and give her everything, and she couldn't appreciate that. And I always told her, just be honest with me, regardless of how it's gonna make me feel. I'll never like. I prepared for this early. If things like this happen, just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. That way I don't have to hurt. That's all this causes is pain. That's all it's caused is pain. And, I don't wish anything negative to happen to her, But eventually, it's going to snap to her, hey, I did this wrong, and it's going to be a little too late. So it hurts. Chad, I'm hurting. And, I know it's been so long since I streamed, and I streamed the other day, and it wasn't very long, but, I need this. I need to get it out. I need people to hear me, and, it's 2 a.m. I'm hoping there's some lonely stranger that clicks on my stream and hears this, and, I give you guys some advice, and that is, I'm not going to say don't trust anybody, but, keep a little sticky note in the back of your mind that it can be anybody, no matter who, and you can't control that. You can't control the outcome of anything. You can't control a person. You can't control what they do, and that is not your fault. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you do things that push people away, but always own your mistakes. Always acknowledge what you've done wrong. Always be honest, and you have nothing to feel guilty for. It's right after Christmas, dude, and New Year's. It hurts, dude. It really does. It really does hurt. It doesn't hurt in a way that, I'll be okay. I have my old roommate moving back in with me, and I'm excited about that. That excites me, but I wish things could have went differently. I really do. And I wish her the best. I do, but the best isn't with me, and that's fine. I just wish she would have been honest and not stab me right in the heart. But I'll figure it out. I'm a grown man. I'll be okay. This will take time, and it's okay to hurt, and it's okay to go through these feelings. It's completely normal. But as for you guys, anybody who watches this, just know that, if you really, if acknowledge your mistakes, but if you haven't done anything wrong, then don't feel guilty. You did your best. Not all women are evil. Don't mistake that as that. Don't let that affect your future of making that decision, but do a little more screening, And I will say, man, she deserves an Oscar. She deserves an Oscar because I tried to pick and pick and pick and pick and find any type of negative, and I couldn't. She's probably with the dude right now, but that's fine. Today I wanted to take her out to this restaurant she's been wanting to go to, and the minute I caught her, her whole demeanor changed, and it sucks because instead of apologizing and acknowledge her mistake, she just started being mean. And I was mean too, and I get that. That doesn't make it any better, but you know, an apology at least could have been nice. But you can't make anybody apologize, especially if they're not actually sorry. So, yeah, chat, I'm hurting, and I'll figure it out. I'm holding my head high knowing I did a good job. I did a good job. I was always honest, even when it hurts. I always did right by her. I never cheated on her. I never even dreamed about doing anything with another woman. But, this guy drives a truck, probably got a little more money than me. So if that's what she's looking for, she can't see a good dude in front of her, then that is on her. And she has to live with this mistake. And I wish her the best. I really do. And I hope she learns from this and grows and never does this to another person, because it hurts. I know it doesn't affect her much, but it will. Maybe not right now, maybe not tomorrow, but at some point it'll hit. And I'm not a perfect angel either, but I can acknowledge that. So yeah, that's how life's going, chat. I'm in this apartment all by myself, the one in which we shared. And now she's got to leave, man. I did my best. But, I hope one of y'all comes across my page and sees this video, and I hope it, resonates with you, because, guys, it sucks. It's a shitty feeling, but you can get through it. And as long as you know that you did a good job, nobody can take that from you. So, not all women are bad. Just be careful. So, but alright, chat. Well, I'm gonna get off and go. Do my best to get through the rest of the night, but I will talk.